那么接下来的时间，我们要掌声欢迎联合国驻华协调员常启德先生为我们带来致辞。Now, ladies and gentlemen, we warmly welcome Mr. Satish Chatterjee to the stage for delivering his speech. Welcome.
Mr. Chui, from the Beijing Municipal Government, my friend Darrell Lung, the chairman of the Sino Group, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the dear students sitting at the back. It is a true honor to join you today in Beijing, a city whose very landscape embodies the theme of this forum. Just last year, Beijing's central axis was inscribed on UNESCO's World Heritage List, bringing China a total of 59 World Heritage Sites, the second highest in the world. But this milestone is about much more than recognition. It is about demonstrating how heritage conservation can inspire cultural pride, safeguard identity, and generate opportunities for generations to come. The evidence of this is clear. Around the world, cultural and creative industries generate more than $2.25 trillion each year, providing more than 30 million jobs. When the site gains World Heritage status, international tourism rises by an estimated 7 to 10%. Today, cultural tourism represents about 40% of all global travel, underscoring how heritage not only preserves memory, but multiplies economic opportunities. The United Nations has long recognized this potential. Through UNESCO and its partners, we have seen heritage-based tourism create sustainable livelihoods, especially for women and marginalized groups. Traditional crafts supported through heritage programs do more than just preserve cultural knowledge. They provide dignified work, stable income, and a renewed sense of belonging for local communities. China has been at the forefront of these efforts. Since 2007, UNESCO China Mercedes-Benz Star Fund has supported heritage conservation projects across the country with remarkable results. Over 8,650 people, 55% of them women, have benefited directly. More than 52,000 community members have gained greater awareness of heritage conservation. Behind these numbers are real people whose lives and futures are being shaped through the preservation of culture. Equally important, China is pioneering new technologies for heritage protection. Satellite monitoring systems are helping safeguard fragile sites, while digital documentations ensure that even endangered traditions can be preserved. But technology is not only about innovation, it is about access. Digital platforms allow intangible cultural heritage to reach remote communities, ensuring traditions are not lost in time. The UN's Heritage So Young campaign is another inspiring example. By engaging young people through social media and digital storytelling, it transforms more than active standards of heritage to beyond cultural innovation. When youth connect to their cultural legacy, they do not simply inherit it, they carry it forward, revitalizing it for the future. Yet, we must acknowledge the challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic revealed the fragility of the heritage sector. At the height of the crisis, 95% of museums worldwide were forced to close. Visitor numbers at heritage sites plummeted by 60%, and admission revenues dropped by more than half. Financing remains uneven, and the digital divide continues to exclude too many communities from fully participating in cultural development. But challenges are also innovation. They remind us that we must invest in resilience, expand partnerships, and ensure heritage is inclusive and accessible for all. Ladies and gentlemen, heritage conservation is not just about safeguarding the past, it is about shaping the future. It is essential to the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, whether through promoting decent work, reducing inequalities, advancing gender equality, or fostering sustainable cities and communities. With the right investments, strong partnerships, and the active engagement of local people, and heritage can become a powerful driver of sustainable development and cultural renewal. The UN in China stands ready to support this vision. We will continue to build, promote South-South cooperation, as well as build capacity, share China's valuable experiences with the world. Together, we can ensure that heritage remains a living force, enriching lives, strengthening societies, and inspiring future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, heritage is not simply a celebration of our past. It is also about an investment into our future. Let me take this opportunity to just address all the young students who are here from the United States and the UK. Being a Princeton University alum myself, I just thought I'd take this moment to personally speak to you a bit. First of all, welcome to Beijing. I lead the United Nations in China. I coordinate the work of 28 UN agencies here. You're coming to a country where back in 1979, their per capita GDP was $180. 90% of the population was in abject poverty. In a matter of 4 decades, they've lifted over 800 million people out of abject poverty. They've raised their per capita GDP to about $12,500 now. They feed 1/5 of the world's population with 9% of the world's arable land. And what is really remarkable is the very city that you are coming to, not too long ago, was a gas chamber. It was perhaps one of the most polluted cities in the world. And the transformation of the city is dramatic. I'm a runner. I run a half marathon every month. The air quality here is comparable to the best in the world. But having said that, we are also entering a period of grave uncertainty. For the first time, post the Second World War, we are seeing an interlocking crisis. We've seen a health pandemic, which exposed the fragility of human health and health systems. We've seen a climate crisis, which looms like the sword of the Damocles over our heads. Conflicts. It's not just Ukraine and Gaza and the Sudan. We have 80 ongoing conflicts going on across the world. Rising levels of food insecurity. Nearly 3 billion people in this planet are food insecure, and 890 million people go to bed hungry every night. And we have rising inequalities. So we are in a difficult place. At the same time, here from this country, we are seeing opportunities to hope. The Ecological Civilization Initiative, which has been launched by President Xi Jinping, is an important manifestation of what is possible, where we can overcome differences to look at the preservation of our planet, preservation of our culture, preservation of our heritage. But the most important player in doing this is the ladies and gentlemen, the dear students sitting at the back. This is precisely why the Secretary General launched the Summit of the Future last year, which had 5 themes, but the most important theme was about young people and future generations. Your generation, your children, your grandchildren, what kind of a planet will they inherit? So what we need is much more collaboration between the US, between the European Union and China. These are the most consequential relationship for the preservation of this planet, for advancing the Sustainable Development Goals, and above all, to make sure that peace and stability is maintained. What I'm saying to you, I don't say this lightly. It is an important moment that we've seen such a level of interlocking crisis affecting the entire world. First time post the Second World War. So I urge you to take this opportunity to really understand the ecosystem of this beautiful city. Understand the people here. There are incredible opportunities that you can take forward from here in advancing peace, in advancing dialogue. And above all, I would just conclude with the words of George Bernard Shaw, who said, "Some men see things as they are and ask why, and some dream things that never was and ask why not." I would urge all of you to look at the world and say, why not? Why can't we have peace? Why can't we have stability? Why can't we have more friendship? Why can't we have more understanding? Thank you.
Thank you, thank you so much。再次感谢常启德先生为我们带来的精彩的致辞，我相信呢也让现场的各位嘉宾和我们的师生朋友们印象深刻。Thank you so much for your wonderful speech, Mr. Chatterjee. Very impressive. Thank you.